Well, of course, I am out and about. This is the concierge part of my show. Super excited to be here in Orlando. I love the greenery. I love Hunter's Creek over here, Hunter's Park. And I had to come over here and meet Brian Gardell. Actually, he's been on my show. Nicholas, thanks to you. He came to the grand opening, and we just had some amazing pizza. I want to tell you, my husband always complains about pizza, that it's not done enough, and he's sending it back. But in the meantime, I had the best pizza ever. I was just complaining and telling how my husband hated other pizzas. He'd send them back and say the crust is not good enough. But I am here with Brian Gardell, and we just drove 106 miles just to have his pizza.
Wow, that's impressive. 106. I don't know if I'd drive 106 miles for a pizza. Thank you very much.
Well, it was amazing because I love the, actually I was saying, was that portobello mushrooms? But it wasn't. It was more like sauteed mushrooms? Or?
Sauteed mushrooms that we do every morning fresh. Basically, all the ingredients that we do, you can't keep because they get mushy by the end of the night. So we do them every morning so that they're fresh, along with the dough. The only thing that we don't make that is fresh is the dough, just because you need 2 days for it to proof so that it rises and does what it needs to do.
Well, you know, we were asking one of the waitresses, which your staff was fully amazing, and they were just, on top of everything. And we noticed that we said the crust was so different, and there was like a cornbread they were talking about and that's really makes it really tasty and crispy on the crust.
Yeah, it's not really a cornbread. They use some kind of flour or cornmeal at the bottom. It's called a pizza pallet, where they put it on the pizza on top so that they can slide it off the oven.
Right.
You need that so that the flour doesn't actually stick to the actual wood when you're sliding it into the oven. So. Well,
my husband said that was more delicious, and he's very picky on his pizza.
Nice. Nice.
And I still have 2 pieces. I did not eat all day today because I wanted pizza.
Nice.
I know.
I'm glad you guys wanted pizza.
I did. I'm going to put this here down for a second. But you have a lot of specials. Like tonight you have spaghetti.
Yep.
Right.
Every Thursday we do spaghetti, which comes with 2 meatballs and garlic knots and a side salad.
Very cool. And then you have so many other things and desserts. And what are your hours of operation here?
Monday we are closed. Okay. Tuesday through Saturday we are 11:30 to 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then on Sunday we are noon to 9 o'clock.
Okay, now what is your delivery, ratio from here? Like, how far do you go when they deliver?
We basically judge it by ear, but I would say the max is our limit is about 7 miles. Okay. And that's not done, something we're firm believers in is we don't want to deliver a mushy cold pizza.
Right.
So if you go too far out of the range, then basically all you're doing is just, in our eyes, just not delivering a product that's worth eating.
And I would say get out of your house and get over here, because this is such a wonderful place and the atmosphere is perfect. And it's a memory lane as well, because it's really cool, because we love Mike and Molly shows, and you also had a break in that show as well.
I did. I was fortunate enough. I went out to Los Angeles, and it was a week that I like to make sure that when I go out there that Bill's actually off, right, so that I can spend time with him, but they called a surprise shoot, and ironically enough, the shoot called for Melissa being lost in the mall trying to find Billy, so they had 30 Bills dressed alike for her to try and find him, and they had me as one of the characters in it to try and find Bill. And what's really cool is I got the word I would use, I would say fortune, to actually do a scene with Melissa McCarthy.
She is amazing. I know, with her new clothing line and everything.
She's a rock star.
I know.
She's a rock star.
I know. What words from the heart would you like to say to Melissa McCarthy? Anything from your heart?
Just that I love her, and I can tell you this, that she is just as genuine of a person. Obviously people don't know her. They see her, on interviews and TVs, but she's a family person. She is a loving person. and she does not have. And I want to be clear that I'm not just saying this because I'm being filmed. The woman literally does not have a mean bone in her body. It's almost like she's acting.
Wow.
That's how incredibly cool that she is. I mean, she's a sweetheart.
That's an angel spirit, as my mother would always call,
Sweetheart.
Well, also, too, you, and I just have a couple more questions. You are also a comedian.
I was for a little bit. I did a little bit of stand-up here and there, messed with it. Did okay with it, but then it was the whole married, got wife, need to pay bills, realistic. The comedy industry at that time paid relatively well, but nowadays it's very tough for a comic to start out and make a living doing it because there's so many comics and it's tough to pay the bills. So I didn't.
You got to have a niche. I went to comedy school after my divorce. Now I'm happily married to my husband, Bert Arnold.
Yay!
But
Hi, Bert.
But the funny thing was, instead of going to therapy, I went to comedy school. And the quick it is, and the quick wit that I have for my show, we're on 5 stations, and people don't know we've been AM for a long time, and then we just went FM the last month on 106.1 FM and 104.3 FM. So that has helped me a lot. But I remember seeing girls in and she'll be on my show, Lisa Cordero, next week. She was in my comedy class and at the Improv, and she was very quiet. And now this lady's like skyrocketed.
Yep. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And Bill would be the first to tell you it's not necessarily. A lot of people have the same talent. Some people have more talent than other people. It's just to catch a break. I mean, it's literally the best way I would describe it. I'm definitely not putting words in my brother's mouth, but the best word I describe it as, it's literally like hitting the lottery.
It is.
Because there are so many. I mean, if you think just in Los Angeles alone, there's millions of people trying to catch a break and get an audition and get on. So it's literally like hitting the lottery. The odds to me, numbers wise, would be very similar. Very similar.
It's who you know and who knows you. And there's so many film festivals here. Have you ever thought about doing a documentary on your life as well? And with the film festivals, is that something that maybe is going to?
It's never really popped up. We've been open now for about 14, 15 months, and this thing really, as far as time-wise, consumes me. So there's really not a whole lot of time to wander off and then do anything differently. But
you have a family.
Yeah, yes, I am. I am married with 3 daughters, so that keeps me busy too.
And what are their ages?
I got a 28, a 25, and a 14.
See, I have 3 sons, so my 3 sons, yeah, they're older now. And what do you do to relax? What is your me time? What is your favorite hobby?
Football.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. The Steelers are my love and passion.
Gotcha.
Love and passion. And then I also enjoy watching movies. I'm not a big TV guy. Even though nowadays you don't have to watch commercials anymore, it still doesn't interest me. But I like movies and I like watching sports, football primarily. I'm not really a baseball guy or a hockey guy, or it's mainly just football.
I got you. So you're football, Steelers out there, right?
Yeah.
You need to come to Gardell Pizza right here in town.
Please do.
Any other last words? Any other things you'd like to say from your heart?
Nothing. I would just say that if you guys give us a chance,
it's really good.
We work really hard on our ingredients. I feel that even if a restaurant that's been open for 20 years, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for teaching quality. So we try and definitely bring and furnish the best product that we can. Again, I had mentioned earlier that we're, only open 15 months, so we still have a ton of learning to do. So, but the ingredients we use are top of the line. We use fresh products. I have a very low turnaround in terms of food, so it's not like I have food just sitting in the walk-in cooler. We order 3 or 4 times a week. so everything's fresh. So, like I said, if you're in the area, I would greatly appreciate if you would give us a chance just to try us out and see what you think.
Well, we do, and I know Nicholas, my reporter, is the one that first introduced me to you, and actually I just sent him out for HSN on something, and then I have Alexia coming over. She's one of my other top reporters, so we're going to do a lot. We're going to start airing your commercials on Tan Talk Radio. I'm really excited because this was a treat today. It was really called date night, for me and my husband to come over and enjoy your pizza.
Well, I appreciate that very much.
Thank you very much. And I am Dawn Reese, your Hollywood entertainment reporter for Tan Talk Radio, Hollywood Connections, 106.1 FM, and we'll be right back.